Zombie apocalypse.
What is up, guys? Spac3Unicorn here, bringing you some hot frag action. So, we are moving on to part 2 of my top 5 favorite cards in frag history. So, the next card on my list is Volcano. Volcano is one of the OG legendaries. He has been around a very long time, and he is actually very good, but it takes a lot of learning on how to use him properly. So we are going to hop into a match with him, and we are going to just talk about the old Volcano. He really hasn't changed much. This is one of the few cards that genuinely hasn't changed much. So, here we go. So, I always referred to Volcano, Frost, and Slimer as brothers in game. So, a couple things to note with him. You will notice that he does a lot of burn damage. He actually has pretty darn good range. But you're also looking at his huge damage output. We literally just melted an entire lineup in seconds. Now, with that being said, this card has not changed much. He is essentially the same card that he always was. And that's the cool thing about him. Is he's never really been buffed, never really been nerfed. He just kind of is there. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you can put this dude on a tower, let me show you. If you guys don't know, you should know. Couple things like with him though, his only really big downside was he had a very low health pool compared to Slimer and Frost, so a lot of people didn't know quite how to run him. But as you can see, guys, we just destroyed that so quickly. He's a good card. He's just genuinely a good card. So we're gonna sit back, we're gonna hold the line a bit here while our opponent does what he wants to do. But yeah, so back to Volcano, guys. He's literally, I think he was actually my first legendary card I ever got. And to me, like, that makes him kind of special. I've gotten a lot of legendary cards over the time, well, I guess technically it's been, it's actually been a while. Like, just certain cards, guys, certain cards, they just stick with you, and this is one of them. Like, I'm not going to tell you there's a great Volcano strat, but I will say that Volcano in the right hands is incredibly valuable. A couple things you have to learn with him is you have to learn how to use his ult. That's going to be the hardest thing for people to learn. Next thing you have to learn is how to aim. His projectile kind of lobs, but on target, like, watch. There's just one burst. You just saw, you did not get blurry vision there, guys. You just saw huge damage numbers off of one hit. Like, he's just that good. And the thing with his ult is you have to learn to pre-fire it, like I just did there. You noticed a ton of damage numbers popped up there. That's basically the thing with him. You just kind of learn. Over time, he grows on you, dude. Like, you can run him in a lineup now, and you'll still be successful because of how his card was set up. And that's, personally, he's one of, and I mean this, one of the best and most balanced legendary cards this game's ever had. I'm actually going to take Lucha here, and we're going to go for a little swim. You know, he needs that cardio. Andrew clearly is Olympic ready, but she always likes to practice. Let's go back to Volcano. But yeah, so back on this character, the things like, this is just one of those cards. This is number 2 on my list, all-time favorite cards. He had so much upside, and if you could learn to do everything correctly, learn to aim, learn to use his projectile, you could really get massive points out of this character. This card, learning to use the ult, placing it correctly, understanding the way that it works mechanically, it just made him so good. And there was a few people that played him exceptionally well. There was a gentleman by the name of Fallen who played for Echo, Captain America played him very well, and FRAG played him very well. He's just one of those cards that, like, if you could learn to do it, like, I mean, look at that, 144, are you serious? People sleep on that, and mine's not even a good level. Like I said, his only big downside was his health, but other than that, this is my second favorite card all time from Frag, and I think it's mostly part of it is nostalgia. This is my first legendary card, so it holds a very special place for me. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Get ready for part 3 of my favorite cards all time, and I will see you, Legends, in the next one. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Bye-bye.